Welcome to the 12th episode of Phenomenal Woman Wednesday.
I am your host, Dr. Saran Nataki. Thank you for joining. Welcome to Power 365 Phenomenal Woman Wednesdays. This podcast will address issues ranging from what is a phenomenal woman? Are you enough? Community service, paying it forward, the manifestation of dreams with words and action, the power in being a woman, the men who support phenomenal women, fashion, and much more. Stay tuned.
Hello to everyone and welcome to 2020. Can you believe it? We are in the year 2020. We have started a new decade and it is so amazing and so exciting. It's been a while since we've come together, quite a while. And for those of you who are new or are tuning in again, if you recall, my mother passed away in the summer of 2018. She suffered a long illness, and even so, it was still very difficult for me. I have to say that there is something unique, inherently unique about watching your mother transition. My father passed away on in the year 2006, and I really felt that experience was incredibly difficult for me at that time. The best way I can describe the difference between 2006 and 2018 is that my father's death hit me like a Mack truck. I was devastated. I was really hurt. I had such intense emotion, all at once. And I was just really struggling trying to manage those emotions. And I got through it. While my mother's death was more of a slow burn, if that makes sense. So there it is. I've been on a slow burn for a little more than a year. And guys, there was nothing I could do but to let it burn. In the words of Usher, just let it. I really just had to ride it out and let it burn. And so I did. And now I'm back with so much to share with you all. I had such a journey over the past year and a half, really just working through my grief and just really looking at some residual things that I had to deal with that I was left with my mom. My hope is that by sharing my journey with you, you can either avoid some missteps, step through some missteps a bit easier, or just go through whatever you have to go through in this life, knowing that someone else has been there before you and with you, and I am still standing. Look at that. I am still standing. I am here. I am living. I am breathing, and I survived my grief and all the work I've had to do during 2019. I'm saying to you all with the most sincere intention, whatever your challenge, you got this. So, with that, let's jump into today's episode. Today's episode is about unleashing the orchard. So, unleashing the orchard. I'm really excited about this episode. What do I mean by this? I'll start by sharing a little story. A dear sister friend messaged me recently sharing with me a goal and dream that she has. First, I want to say to her, thank you. Thank you for trusting me with your dreams. I truly mean that. It is such an honor for anyone to trust you enough to share their dreams with you and trust that you're not going to crush them, that you're going to be there to support them. And I just really find that to be an honorable thing. And I just want to say to that person, I believe in you, sis. You can do whatever you wish to do. Shoot. You've inspired a whole episode on Power 365 without even realizing you were inspiring me by sharing your dream. Look at God. Anyhow, when she shared her dream, she stated, it's just a baby thought right now. So instinctively, I responded, babies grow up. Grow your dream. All big ideas, accomplishments, goals, masterpieces, they all begin with a baby thought. So why not it be you to be the next big achiever? I really thought about this even more so on my morning hike. Along my hike, I admired the beauty and all the fruit trees I passed along the way. And it really brought to mind T.D. Jakes' book, Instinct. And, if you haven't read this book, I strongly encourage you to do so. In it, T.D. Jakes eloquently discusses how important it is to realize your own potential. He references an apple and he provides this really great analogy stating that an apple can simply be an apple or it can be an orchard. So the potential for the orchard lies in the core where the seeds rest dormant and they rest dormant waiting to be released. So he further, goes on to explain that some of us, to get to the point where we're releasing that orchard, getting to that core, we have to rot to the core, or we can choose to cut to the core. So, that's pretty deep. That was really profound to me. Do you want to rot to the core, or do you want to go ahead and just cut to the core? So, as I walked, I thought of this in reference to my own dreams, and in that moment, I can honestly say I activated my intent for my own life. Or should I say, I reactivated my intent for my own life. I will not rot to the core. And I'm not saying that I've been wasting my years by any means. I do feel that, I've taken advantage of opportunities that have been put in front of me, and I've really tried my best. But what I am saying is that I realize that this is another chapter in my life. I realized that the narrative that I had, um, my mother passed this past summer, it really was inaccurate. It has been a year and 6 months since she passed. 2 summers have passed, an entire year has passed, and I found myself with that same narrative, and I was trying to figure out, like, is it like, no, it's last summer? No, it was the summer. It has an entire year and 6 months have passed, and wow, I have to say I was really, it felt like I had been, I don't know, in a time warp of some sort, but at the same time, I was doing a lot of work on myself, and it wasn't all that fun, but it was necessary. So what I would say, or I want to share with you, is that, my mom, she had many limitations, and so I had so much emotion left to deal with because of those limitations. However, on that walk, I realized the literal walk that I that I had that morning, that I'm sharing with you just a couple days ago. I realized that her life's purpose was in creating and raising her daughters. So there were times over the past year and a half when I would reflect on her life, and I would, be a little saddened because she had so many limitations along the way, and she was so brilliant, and I was thinking, what if she didn't have, this, or what if she didn't have that? What if she were able to take advantage of this opportunity? Well, she really, her purpose was in creating and raising her daughters. So her orchard really rests in the core of the fruit that she bore. And so we are her fruit. And it is my duty to not only to myself, but to her and my father's legacy to unleash the orchard. It's my duty. So unleashing the orchard is, not always an easy task. We have to think about, what goes into growing an orchard. What goes into that? I did a little research on how to grow an orchard, and this is what I found. So, what you need to grow an orchard. So, you must first prepare the soil. This can take a couple years' wait. The orchard should have not only good soil, but also good air and water drainage. To speed up the first yield, the crop, Plant a couple dwarf trees to tide you over during that wait. A slope is the best location for planting. Avoid low lying sites, as these harbor cold in the winter. The ideal spot is on the small hills surrounding a valley or depression. Wow. So, when you hear me, list those things, um, I'm hoping that something resonates with you. But I'll go a little deeper and tell you how I interpreted this. It was really profound to me. So, what does this all mean? So, dreams. When we talk about having um, to prepare the soil, and that it can take a couple years wait. Dreams, fruit, the orchard, it takes preparation. It can take years of preparation, and this is necessary. It's not something that's a punishment. It's necessary to prepare the soil. You cannot grow a dream out of soil that's not fertile. So you have to do the preparation so that it can properly grow. You have to have good soil, fertile soil that is ready with the proper nutrients to properly nourish. There must be good air. So, in having good air, you must be impeccable with your words. Speak life into your dreams. Make it so. Manifest with your words. There must be proper drainage. So, do not waste your time retaining waste. If it does not promote growth, it must be drained. Let those things go. Release the people that are not ready or intended to be present for this phase of your growth. Release them. Releasing them allows them to not only reposition themselves for their own journeys, maybe you're just not a part of their journey, and for you to prepare a proper place for the intended. So, those who are intended to have a seat and be positioned to help facilitate your journey, you need to release those who are not in the proper place so that you can provide a place for those who are intended to do so. And then, why do we need a slope? Because a slope ascends. A slope ascends. We need to position our dreams for ascension. Do not aim low. You know, like Michelle Obama has said, we go high. Remember that? We go high. Finally, plant your dreams above a depression or valley because those that are sitting in them need the inspiration. I cannot express or stress how important it is that we inspire the next dream to ascend. In pursuing my own goals in my life throughout the years, there have been numerous moments where those who are close to me, those who have come across my path, have said to me, oh, wow, I remember that you did it. And so I knew that when I was in position that I could do it. The other thing that I would say is that as I have ascended and matriculated through whatever journey paths I've gone and pursued a variety of different goals, and along the way I always pull someone with me. I'm never alone, and not pulling someone with me as dead weight, but I'm providing that ascension for the next dream because that person can then provide the ascension for the next dream, and someone did it for me. So, keep that in mind as you ascend and you plant your seeds for your orchard and your dreams. Do it on a slope, ascend, aim high. Um, I truly hope that this initial message for this year from Power 365 Phenomenal Woman Wednesdays has been useful um, for for you as we position ourselves in 2020. 2020. 2020, a year of clarity and manifestation. We are going to have 2020 vision going in, and we're going to have 2020 vision going out. So, what will you manifest? Cut to the core. Bless us with your gifts. Bless us with your gifts. Let's see what you have. I'm really excited and I'm really happy to be back with you. And with that, I want you all to have a phenomenal Wednesday. Take care.
Thank you for tuning in to Power 365 Phenomenal Woman Wednesdays. I believe that every woman gifts the universe with her own strengths and unique characteristics. Simply because she is born, the universe benefits. Every woman is growing, learning, and evolving. On this channel, only positive seeds are sown, no matter how flawed the soil. Take care and have a phenomenal Wednesday.